Hi everybody. Welcome to another Low on Hell the video rambling where I kind of go over what I've been doing for the last past week or so. Today is Sunday, June 27th, 2010. It's around 9:52 p.m. It's kind of a late night one. Kind of had a not really a busy week, but an eventful week. The usual good week at work. It's been kind of fun there. I really do enjoy it there. To work. I don't really know what to say about it. I love the job. It's actually very, I'm not going to say rewarding, but very fulfilling, I guess is probably the word to say it. Not to sound too sappy, but it's very fulfilling. But the weekend happened, and I had a couple things lined up. Saturday, I went over to my mom. She had some computer issues. Apparently, there's a Windows update issue with IE8, with Internet Explorer 8, that apparently there's having issues with, so I was kind of walking her through that and whatnot. And then she was nice enough to get me dinner, which I had a General Tao's chicken with white rice, of course. And I haven't had General Tao's chicken in like ever because I consider Chinese food to be expensive in my world. And in my world, of course, most of my dinners now are just a chicken breast and ketchup. That's kind of been my dinner some days, but that's just because I consider myself poor and in debt when I'm really not, and I'm just punishing myself. Anywho, helped out my mom. General Tao's chicken, great. And then Sunday. My dad and stepmom and half sister were basically in town, and they kind of came over, and we went out to breakfast, which was nice to kind of catch up with them and see them. Of course, the half breed sister is like 2.5 years old, and she's basically, they got her a DSi XL, which I hadn't seen before, to get her basically using that because she uses my stepmom's iPhone to play like learning games and whatnot, and she's picking that stuff up really quick, and they got her a DSi XL. So she could learn to basically get used to controls, like getting used to a D-pad and jumping and everything. Which, some people say, gaming really isn't recommended for like under 5. But hey, if they get her started early, great, perfect for me because I'm definitely gonna try to push as many games as I can on her when she gets to the age. I'm never gonna have a kid, and unfortunately, my half sister being kind of young, it's kind of gonna be what I'm not gonna not gonna say I'm gonna help raise her, but if anything, if I'm gonna pass anything on to anybody, it's gonna be her, which is kind of sad and sappy. But it made me think of video games for people to play. Like I'm definitely gonna have her play Final Fantasies, the Kingdom Hearts, and the Zeldas, and it's basically just trying to figure out when to introduce those to her and in what order. That's very interesting. Like the Final Fantasies, I don't know what kind of order I would basically introduce them to her because I don't think it's right to start from the beginning. But whatever, I'm rambling on here. Let me go and talk about what's been going on recently. So yeah, dinner and lunch with stepmom and dad, and then I went to the Delve at Bishop's place. And of course, Bishop Lucky is basically a gentleman that I play Modern Warfare 2. Not a lot. I haven't been doing a lot of Modern Warfare recently, but basically one of the Xbox Live people. He did a little D&D thing, kind of a quick oneer, and basically went over to his house in Tampa. Which is a nice little townhouse. I haven't been to Tampa in a while, or in a townhouse for a while, for that fact. And I met some of the people who I've actually met at other things that Jeff has done, like the Rock Band events. It was just kind of cool. I haven't done a D&D thing for probably a decade, and a lot of people there were kind of not necessarily new, but haven't done stuff either for D&D, and which is kind of interesting. It was kind of slower than probably most of us wanted, just because a lot of us weren't used to D&Ding and kind of go over the abilities and stuff, but I really enjoyed it. It was fun. I mean, I usually kind of consider myself an antisocial person, but it was nice getting together with somewhat like-minded people and talking about stuff and lounging around and having fun. And I really much enjoyed it, and look forward to doing it again, just like the Rock Band things. I wouldn't mind doing it like every couple months. It was kind of fun. Moving on here, I finished watching Drillala. Basically, this is the Drillala second opening fan thing where chick sings, but whatever. I really like Drillala, and I like the ending to it. Like I said, it's one of those animes that has a huge cast, and they kind of each do their own little thing to a point, but it kind of has an overarching plot. And I really just liked it. It's very kind of stylized, and it definitely has like an ending, which I very much like on like Soul Eater and other stuff. But really enjoyed Drillala. I really recommend it to anime fans. I haven't really watched that many new anime this season, and that's just kind of my own fault. Nothing's really appeared to me. But I really enjoyed Drillala, and Fullmetal Alchemist is ending soon, which actually I'm getting the second to last episode, I believe, right now. But really enjoyed Drillala. Definitely watch it. If it hits Netflix or something in the extreme long term, and really good. Moving on here, I did finally get my Alpha Protocol and Green Day review up there. So if you want to actually know what I think about them, go ahead. As you know, I really much enjoyed Alpha Protocol, in which case I give Alpha Protocol a solid 8, and then Green Day I give a 6. Moving on to Gamefly. Gamefly, I of course have Metal Gear solid Peace Walker, in which case I kind of play through that to an extent. I'll probably talk about it more when I do my review and whatnot. But played through it, and then I gave Lost Planet basically kind of 2 hours, and I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna play Lost Planet 2. Didn't really dig the controls, and there's really no story whatsoever, and it's just, I'm not gonna say it's horrible. If you play the demo, you kind of gotta feel that it wasn't gonna be that great. I don't know. It's a sequel to a game that didn't need a sequel. Almost like a cheap, really kind of cash in. But of course, coming up next week is going to be 99 Nights, which I'm kind of looking forward to for whatever reason. I don't really know. I'm kind of in a Dynasty Warrior type of mood, and I like the first 99 Nights, mainly because of this Japanese quirkiness that hopefully they'll keep in this one. And then, of course, Crackdown 2, which a bunch of us recently played Crackdown online again. Sarah, Darren, and Jeff, we kind of had fun working and getting some of the pre-achievements, and that was kind of cool. But yeah, Crackdown 2, hopefully that's the one we're looking forward to, and it looks like that's going to happen July 4th weekend, in which case I actually get that Monday off, which is kind of cool. It's one of the perks of the job. But moving on here, let's just go ahead and talk about some stuff real quick. Let me just zoom back out here. I'm going to do the game in a second here, but I want to go back to the Delve thing, which I mentioned before. I actually played a Warrior Dwarf because I want to play something basic, and I just thought it was really interesting because I was basically probably playing it a little bit differently than most, or I was just very inquisitive, like there was a portal. So I want to throw a gold coin through the portal to see what it does, to see if I can traverse it. You know, a dragon starts to attack us. I'm like, hey, well, can I talk to the dragon? I know he's intelligent. You know, can I tell the guy, hey, can we not fight you? But we still fight him. I kind of just, I really enjoy that, kind of not necessarily trying to piss off the DM, but kind of just get an idea and try to approach things from different angles and look at them for all different angles, in which case that's something I kind of like to do. And I actually kind of like that part of the D&D stuff, in which case I don't know what, from the the DM's point if that's fun or entertaining or annoying, but I enjoyed it. Anyway, moving on to the game I got here. Out of my collection, I pulled today Burnout 3 Takedown. This is kind of the first Burnout game that I played because it got really good reviews, and it's just one of the first really games you kind of just bang stuff up. And it was just really fun to play back in the day on the Xbox, of course. Really enjoyed it. This is kind of, like I said, my entry into this series. And basically with the other entries, with Revenge, I didn't dig that much, but it did have online. And then Paradise, which was kind of cool, but I don't dig the open streetness of it. I like having a solid track, especially for online co-op and stuff and having fun with racing friends. I like being able to see what they're doing. And the problem with Paradise is you get a lot of points. Hey, look, I got a 2-month free trial thing from Xbox Live. I never used that. I wonder if that's expired. Yeah, probably. Anywho, Burnout Takedown 3. Burnout 3 Takedown. Very much enjoyed it. Didn't really like the other ones because I like a closed circuit course where I can actually see my friends. I don't like the open course of Burnout Paradise. But Burnout Paradise is a good game. I did play it a little bit, but what they were promising I didn't dig that much. But Burnout 3 Takedown, a lot of us played it back in the day. Used to play it at work, and it was great fun just watching explosions and stuff happening and crashes. But that's really about it. Tomorrow, actually, I'm going out to Zephyr Hills to meet up with one of my Xbox Live friends I haven't played with recently, but I got to get back to playing Modern Warfare 2 once the gaming season kind of dries up in August. But we're going to go see Dax, and once again, I'll be seeing Darren and Jeff again, and I don't know who else. But it'll be a fun little thing to do. And kind of being a little bit more social than I am usually. I don't mind being social, but I hate going out of my way and spending money. That's my main thing. I don't mind being social unless it costs me a lot of money and time. But anywho, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you next time.